So we're here today with Chad Houston from Kruk Plumbing and Heating. Welcome, Chad.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are not able to be with us today. You've got a big project that you're working on. But we're very thankful to have you here talking a little bit about just some of the workforce challenges that you're seeing and how you are uniquely handling those. So tell us a little bit about some of those things that you're seeing in the workforce.
Sure. Work for Kruk Plumbing and Heating, mechanical contractor in Boone. And so the trades gap is what we've been focusing on, and not only in our background for sure, but in the construction industry as a whole. And trying to just develop different programs and different techniques to talk about, energize the next generation about construction in general. And we're trying to do that through a number of different programs, and certainly enjoy getting to know the kids and letting them know that construction is a very successful and viable option.
Absolutely. So you've done a partnership. You partnered together at the Boone Community School Districts. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, with the EDGE program at the Boone High School, which started actually started 5 years ago, with Dr. Menard and the superintendent of Boone Schools inviting businesses in to talk about different things and different pathways that kids could have. And we've had multiple different conversations about construction and what companies in our community have to offer. And so after that program, they were awarded a STEM Best grant, and we formed a committee to look at different options, and pre-apprenticeship was being one of those options. And so we started that program last year, and working in partnership with the Associated Builders and Contractors of Iowa Training Trust, they were able to put some things together so that we were able to have a good team.
Very good. Tell us, so was this year your first year to have a student, or was that your first experience?
Yeah, this last year we had, was the first year of the program, and we had 5 students in the program.
Oh, very good.
And we did a number of different labs, activities, field trips to engage those students. They came to our office, we went to job sites, they had a hands-on lab, and went through that pre-apprenticeship piece, not only with our company, but with a number of different companies in the Boone area, being electrical. They also went to Fairways Warehouse and to look at the different options that they have, and came to our facility a number of times. Blueprint reading, forklift training, and those different, our sheet metal shop fabrication, and we're able to gain that experience to see exactly what is out there that could be offered.
Very good. Well, we know that unemployment just continues to be really low in Iowa, and a challenge for most people in most communities. But this seems like a risk that not all employers are necessarily willing to take. I'm curious about your passion that drives this.
Sure. With me, it starts with our community and economic development, and that's the biggest piece for me. And so people ask, why are you involved in this, or why do you take part in this? And it is to recruit and retain people to stay in our community. If we can get people to work in our facility and live in Boone, buy a house in Boone, start a family in Boone, we start to gain different amenities. We have a different population and different things come, and maybe not in my lifetime or in the next 5 to 10 years, but what does it look like in the next 20 or 30 years if we can continue to build upon that? And that's what I think about when I think about the program and what it means to the community as a whole versus what is it for KPH. And so when I think about it, that's what I'm thinking about, and trying to develop different skills in these students so that they live in our community, grow in our community, and maybe not necessarily a better quality of life for me, but for my family, for my twin girls. And that's what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about the EDGE program.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think about my nephew was actually part of the program, and I think about also the kids that maybe don't fit into that traditional track. And it gives such a wide opportunity for so many students that really have a gift of using their hands and maybe even using their skill of math or whatever it might be, their passion, their purpose, actually lived out in trades and in traditional work that somehow, some way we found less important, which really is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been such a drive over the last 20 years of you have to go to college, you have to go to college, and we're finally starting to turn that a little bit. You'll see with the governor's work-based learning task force and some other different initiatives that you don't have to go to college to be successful. You have to find the right path and
Yeah.
have the right skills, which many employers can teach you those. And in partnership with the school, that's one of the things we focus on too, or what kind of skills do those students need to have when they come out of high school into the workforce. And so the exciting part too for that is we're trying to find the right path for everyone, and everyone's got a different path.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a 4-year college program. There's a lot of successful people that they can work with their hands that are mechanically inclined that can do very well.
Very good. If you had any advice for our audience today, anything that you would encourage them in, what would that be?
I think the biggest offer that I could offer up would be that just to be involved and to initiate the conversation with the school district, and that way you have an open communication that you're sharing what you need and they're also sharing what they need, and you can form that partnership and just reach out to them. They will respond, and it's certainly a great opportunity to recruit talent into your workforce, and
Yeah.
it's just another avenue to find the right person.
And we all desire the same things, and that is to connect our kids to good work and to do good work, which
Absolutely.
is awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah,
Appreciate the time.
thanks for having me.